Let's see what my computer says. 22, my computer says. It feels hotter though. It's like I said, everything's shut. 22. 22 bloody degrees. It's going to see if my door's open. I think it is. If it's not, I'll open it. It is. It's wide open. Is this going to disturb my face much? I don't think it is. That's actually okay. I thought it was going to. Just have to think about the white balance of the stream as well. Oh, yeah, that looks fine. 99. It might be. I don't think it'll be 99, but how do I find that out? Can I find it out on this? See full forecast. I'm trying to do it without typing anything in. Was it there, Spatter? 10? Have you reached the dizzying lowness of 10 Celsius? Let's see. Humidity 56%, so not that high. But it just feels worse. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't have all the answers. I can just tell you how my body feels. The pollen is high. The visibility is 70 kilometers. The dew point is 13 degrees. And the wind is 11 kilometers an hour easterly, I guess. Oh, from the west. Ah, okay, Joe. Well, that stuff happens when you're making stuff. Random ideas pop up. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? Should I be higher up and looking down with this? I just wanted to show you guys the thing as well, so you could see that I was... Let's try this. I think this might be better. Yes, I think that's better. Yeah, you can see more there, okay. The band says hello. Still see the suspicion in your eyes. I'm carving the wrong way there, that's smart, isn't it? I pray for 11 degrees in the daytime in winter. Unsuspicious man. And you probably pray for what was that? Was 22 Celsius in the summer, right? To be fair, 22 is a pretty good temperature though. If I was outside, this would be great. But we can't be outside, so... I mean, we can, but it'll end up looking really, really, really weird. Yeah, yeah. Sounds delightful. Get out of here. I wonder if there's another way for me to do this. What if I took it to the bandsaw and I cut off just some of it? Would I be able to do that? Not really, would I? I'd be kind of holding it like that. That wouldn't work very well. Caught in a trap. I can't walk out. My brother has told me I should do a Deadpool one, so I'm probably going to do that next. can walk out. But we'll see how this format works first. Oh, I've done it, Brand. Look, so finished off yesterday. Took about another 5 or 6 hours yesterday. So I was meant to be doing this video yesterday, but obviously I didn't, because I was finishing off the paint removal. So I am doing this today on stream, which means it's going to be a very long stream because this takes ages. Love you too much, baby. Maybe I could use my... Let's use my flat chisel. Thanks, Brand. I love you too much, baby. I can push down with the chisel to cut this. Usually it's easier than this. I've got a particularly hard piece of wood here for some reason. I think the grain was particularly awkward on this one. Jesus, that is hard. Blimey. Holy crap, man. I was going to try and do this with a mallet. Yep, that's what I'm going to do, Spatter. But I'll do it over at the desk here. So you won't be able to see for a sec. I'm going to mute for a second actually, because that's probably pretty loud. Alright. Where'd I put the thing? There it is. Maybe Donatello's a bit hard-headed. Maybe. I think he definitely is if you've seen it. Alright, we're going to start carving from the other way now. That was still really rough though. I mean, look, couldn't get any very clean cuts on there. Anyway. Alright. Let me just draw this back on quickly, because I've kind of rubbed it off with my fingers a bit. I'm a lot like you were. Hey, good song, Spout. I think I have that on my list, actually. I haven't heard it for a while. Alright, back to photos. And when I've done this silhouette from this side, I'm going to check and see how many we've taken. Should be over... Well, I don't know, will it be over 100? I don't know. I did a little intro with him kind of spinning into place. I don't think it will be over 100. Might be about 70 or something. But I don't know, sometimes I'm surprised. Usually when I come near close to the end of the carving, the pictures stack up a lot faster than I think they are, so I have to be careful of that as well, not to make the end too like unpolished, because I'm trying to finish off quickly, you know, trying to finish the carving off quickly. Is still on the line. I don't normally do it like this. You guys probably know that if you've seen any of my animations. I just, I normally hold it in front of here, try and remember where it was and take the photo. But I'm trying to make the animation smoother. One thing it does do, though, as I was saying earlier, is it stops you seeing my hands. And I think that's kind of a cool part of the animation, because my hands are doing like this, because I hold the wood differently every time, you know? My fingers will kind of do this a lot. But you can see the wood changing. So you kind of get to see like a time lapse with the fingers. But you see the wood changing. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but like... I fear that putting it on this pedestal might kind of take away from that a bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might as well experiment. Or experiment just enough to do something a bit different and not change it completely, you know? That's my plan, just like tweak it a little bit. Although the most recent one was actually quite popular. The Bill Cipher one, the triangle guy. I'm sure a couple of you guys saw him. He's been quite popular. I think it's up to about 60,000 views on TikTok, and I don't know about Instagram, but TikTok has had the most, but I mean Instagram's still pretty popular on there, but I would like to do a stop motion of the, or I am going to try and do a stop motion of the tabletop that we're doing on that table. But I just need to take I need to like remember how to take the photos every time. I need to think about that. I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I could do spatter. That's true. I didn't think about that. It's a good idea. It might be an idea for next time. Laid back, laid back, laid back, I get you laid back, laid back, laid back. Okay. Over and over and over and over and over, like a monkey with a miniature symbol. The joy of repetition really is in you. Under and under and under and under. I actually cut this board up here from the shed today from an old scrap, an old shelf. But it was too, like, bright against this. So I just dyed it quickly with some acrylic paint. Just like some brown and black. Just so the head stands out a bit more. Laid back, I'll get you laid back. Over and over and over and over. Miniature symbol is in you.
Power up. Oh hi.
Oh, hi. Hey, Scrums, thanks for the resub. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Oh, hi. I think what I'd probably do is make the animation first and then remove it afterwards, maybe? I don't really know. I'd have to ask my brother Late how to do it. That's the method I would personally want to use. But, sorry for the funny robot voice. Oh, hi. How's it going, Scrums? You scrumbling? You doing the scrumbling today? You know me, just scrumbling. Typical Scrums. Scrumbling along. Really is in you. Classic Scrums behaviour. Sometimes it can really get to your hand. A little dirty Dublin. I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Okay, I think I'll take another picture of that. And of course, this won't be perfect, so when we do the pictures, it's going to be kind of like moving around a little bit like that, a little bit of a wiggle to the side. But it'll be a lot more stable than when I was holding it, because if you think about it, we've got kind of a fixed plane in this direction and in this direction, whereas before, like when I'm holding it to the camera, sometimes it will be like different angles, right? So it should look a lot steadier, but I guess we'll see at the end. All right, wow, secrets. But you're gonna regret. Great song, by the way. Alan Parsons. Alan Parsons Project, I should say. Reach to your hand. Look at that Scrum's face. Being mischievous. Eye in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with fools. Let's go down a little bit. Looks a bit better. I can read your mind. I just kind of want to get this kind of bump here done before I move on to the front side. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to look at the 3D model of Donatello just so yeah, it should just kind of curve over till we get to the mask. So this has all got to kind of match up. In the sky, I can read your mind. One mistake I did make was that when I tested this out, I had my phone quite a bit lower down, but because it has to have the charger cable in, you can see the cable there. I was not able to put it as far down as I wanted, so now rather than having like a straight on view, we've kind of got like a slight angled down view, which is still good, but like it's not how I wanted it exactly. But we'll see how it looks when I get to doing it. It'll probably be good when the painting stage comes. It'll be good to show that kind of like this kind of, you can kind of see this top part, but you can't see any underneath. So when you get to the painting stage and that, the underneath really doesn't matter that much. So in fact, I quite often paint the underneath off camera, off the stop motion, so you barely get to see it normally. So it should be fine. But I kind of want it to be straight on. I think it has more of an effect when it's straight on, so you get to see the silhouette kind of come into shape. But we'll see. We'll see. You're also getting to see all the wood peel off the top, which is where the light is hitting it. So you could argue that's better in a way. I don't know. Hard to know without actually seeing the result, so... Alright, let's keep going. I started watching that show that Robo recommended in the Discord, Outlaw. The Outlaws? Outlaw? I think it's The Outlaws. It's been quite good so far. I watched about 4 episodes. It's basically about these fairly ordinary people in the UK. Although Christopher Walken is on it, which is interesting. Who are all doing community service for various like petty crimes. And they kind of get mixed up in some criminal activity together. We get it on BBC iPlayer Spatter. I think Robo got it on Apple TV, I think. But it's different from country to country, so I don't know. It's the one with Stephen Merchant and Christopher Walken, and I can't remember the Indian lady's name. Mira something. You might know. I don't know if you know her or not, but she's on a few things. Hey, Marek, what's up? Balls indeed. Just another balls day. No balls. Despite what Scramble has illustrated there, I do not go around spraying balls, okay? And saying no. I know my face is there, but that's not evidence, okay? Not sure you said it. You don't regret it. Oh, that's good. Don't believe Marek's propaganda. Sorry, not Marek's. Scrumble's propaganda. Already spatter? Oh, bummer. Maybe both Marek, I'm not sure. Scrum Nuts, he knows nothing. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything. He knows how to draw. He knows how to be a kind gentleman. But he doesn't know what I do with balls in my spare time. The conversations you have on Twitch, eh? Fill a pit with them and jump in, yeah. When was the last time you guys did that, do you think? You don't need to know either. When was the last time you jumped into a ball pit, do you think? I think for me it'd probably a good 30 years ago, maybe. I have seen a few adult, like, soft play areas pop up here and there, so it seems to be becoming more of a thing now. Already, it's better. They don't clean them. Yeah, I suppose. How would they clean them? Can you, like, is there like a big machine you could put them into and then put them back in or something? Probably pre-teen Marek. Yeah, me too. We used to have this one called Play World. In fact, it's still there, I think. That people used to go to for birthday parties. So it'd be like this soft play area with loads of. Oh, you had trampolines instead. Oh, okay. Did they have any like padding and stuff around with spatter, or just like plonked a trampoline somewhere? Yeah, and they just have loads of like different areas to mess around, climbing ropes and all that sort of crap, and then like tables where you get served. You get your cake and your burger and chips or whatever. Oh yeah. Springs everywhere. Oh blimey. Oh scrubs. All kinds of solids and fluids. uh, yeah, that doesn't sound good. No, I don't want to go to them ever again. And speaking of trampolines, I don't think I've been on one of those since school either, so. I think the most thing like that I've done recently-ish, and when I say recently-ish, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, was like one of those things where you climb up in the trees and walk along all the obstacles and stuff. I freaking hated it, but I did it. See, yeah, all right. You have a point. You have a point. Yeah, I was crapping myself the whole time, but I did quit about 2/3 of the way in. I felt kind of dumb, but you know, I just there was like a rope ladder you had to not a rope ladder, like a rope net thing, and I had just been like clinging onto things so tightly like all the way around that I was just so worn out. So they have like these points where you can like get down throughout it every now and then in case there's an emergency or something, and I went down before the end. I'm glad that I tried it, but I'm not sure if I would ever do it again. Yeah, why was it a mistake? Did you like smash into loads of people or something? Or injure yourself? Or maybe both? Exiting was the issue? Oh, I see. Like moving around all over the place and falling over and not being able to actually walk out with dignity. Is that the kind of thing? Just about injured yourself? Okay. That's true. That'd be pretty bad. Uncle Marek broke the bouncy house. Now all the kids are crying. Thanks, Marek. You ruined Joseph's birthday. Thanks a lot. Hey, Spatter, what do you call them in Australia, by the way? Because they call them bouncy houses in the US. We call them bouncy castles here. Even if they're not a castle, it's still a bouncy castle. So what do you call them over there? Happy to be the hypothetical villain. Oh, you do bouncy castles? Oh, okay. So we have that similarity. I guess there's probably a lot more similarities between Australian and British English than there is British and US English, I would suppose. So I think you can tell heaven from hell. Oh, bollocks. There you go. Right. Okay, we're almost done with the side silhouette. Then I'll count how many photos we've done. Which, like I said, I think will be maybe about 100. Maybe a bit under. Which is a sixth of the animation, so 600 photos we're aiming for. And I try to get them to like only just over a minute by like a second or less than a second. Because that's what you need for the monetization on TikTok, for it to be over a minute. And also, a lot of the songs on TikTok are 1 minute long, or a lot of the decent ones anyway. So it helps to have a song, or I mean, you know, I'd like to have the song all the way to the end if possible. I mean, some shops and that will, like, you can get it in like in a bottle in the supermarket, iced tea, and some like cafes and coffee shops and stuff will have it in there. But I wouldn't say it's like it's not really a big thing. You know, it's available, but it's not really a big thing. How about there, Spatter? I do like it though. I've recently been having making cold brew green tea, just in like a massive like jug, and making like uh putting like 2 or 3 tea bags in there and drinking that over a couple of days. That's pretty good. Would you scrubs? Straight to the bouncy hospital. Oh, you like it with honey, do you? I quite like it with lemon, or just on its own. Yeah, it tastes a lot better than I thought. You know, I started having it for, you know, like health reasons. But honestly, it tastes pretty good. Yeah, kind of bitter, but like Scrum said, I guess he overcomes that with honey. But I sort of like the taste as it is. Ready, set, go. Alright, I've got to kind of see that lump there. I've got to turn it into a curve. You can see where I've curved it on both sides, but it's still a big lump all the way down there, so have to make that into a curve. This is going to be the nicer bit in a second when we're just doing this kind of carving up the side and taking away, giving it that kind of round shape, you know. Need sweet to offset the bitter. Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah, I don't really like black coffee with no sugar. I mean, not really a fan of that. But yeah, cold iced tea is fine. But I guess coffee is more bitter anyway, right? Generally than tea. Oh no, I've got to go the other way. Got to go this way with it. Oh yeah. Already spat. How do they make? Is it just like a passion fruit flavoring, or is there some kind of like? Do they use the flowers from the passion fruit, or I don't know if the leaves would taste of anything, or do they like dry up, dehydrate the fruit and put it in there or something, or what? I don't really. I guess it's just a flavoring, right? Like, you know, an artificial one, or I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It's Lipton, so you don't know. Okay. Yeah, we get lots of Lipton. There's loads of Lipton iced tea in the shop. Not many varieties though, man. I think I've only seen about 2 or 3 varieties, and I'm not sure what they are, so I haven't had it for ages. So. I used to love getting the iced coffees in the shop, like the mocha type things, but you know they're like super full of sugar. So mix it yourself. Ha- oh, oh right, it's like Lipton iced tea sachets. I never heard of that. I've only seen it in bottles. Makes sense, though, I guess. Oh, okay. Huh. No, I've never seen that. I mean, it. You know, there's a fairly